All right, I'd like to talk about today all the hogwash I've been seeing in the WoW community. Absolute BS everywhere. There's so many people on the forums playing the game, or waiting for the game, I should say. They're sitting there being like, "Oh, I'll be level 60 in a week," or "Oh, I'll have Molten Core cleared in 2 weeks," or less than a month. And I think that's completely unrealistic, unless you're like these crazy method raiders, these people that already have been on the private servers for years, that know their leveling routes like crazy. They've studied it, they've practiced it. You're not going to be done the game. You're not going to be done all the content in the first phase. I think by the time you even clear Molten Core or anything, I think phase 2 will already be out. I think Blackwing Lair will already be out. I don't think a lot of these people that think they're just going to walk into Classic WoW and just stomp through all the content. I think they're being unrealistic. I think the game itself is a lot slower paced. I think a lot of people realistically are actually just going to end up switching characters early on. I remember this being a thing back in Classic WoW is not very many people got to cap because every time they get so far, they would just switch characters, or they want to try something new. They'd see that cool hunter with his cool pet and his cool bow and arrow and shoulders and be like, I want to be that guy. And then you go switch to being a hunter and you'd be this dinky guy sitting there with your little pebble shooter. And then you'd go through the ranks until you hit level 30. You see this paladin sitting there swinging the light. And you'd be like, oh man, I want to be that guy. And then you'd switch and start over again. This is something that happens a lot to a lot of people, especially new players. I think maybe the older players that already know what class they want to play, I still don't know what class I want to play. I'm sitting there, I'm like, I want to be a paladin, I want to be a warrior, I want to be a rogue, I want to be a hunter, I want to be a shaman, I want to be everything. You can only pick one, and you can only main one, and I'm going to try my darnest to only play one class to 60 and main that class all the way until, maybe till if they release TBC, which I'm actually kind of against. I think they should just release new content. I don't like the idea of expansions. Expansions have always been on the ill side for me because it's like you spend so much time in this world and this content, and it gets completely wiped out. It's pointless. And I don't mean like, it sucks that you did all these raids and now it's pointless. No, it's more like all these raids are now pointless. There's no reason to do Molten Core. There's no reason to do Blackwing Lair, AQ, or Nax. It's just for fun's sake at that point. And I think it'd be better if they somehow, if they were to push TBC, somehow make it still capped at 60 and still make old raids viable. But we have the no changes rule, which I'm for and against at the same time, because I don't really trust Blizzard to make changes at this point. I think they've gone downhill a lot. But if, the classic team, they are obviously more adept at this stuff. They love what they're doing. There's all these leaks saying that the classic team is the only people that are having fun with their job at the moment at Blizzard Entertainment. So maybe they could pull something crazy off and still have changes. Maybe they could do the old school RuneScape. But we're way off topic right now. But let's talk about the community itself. There's just way too many people that think this is going to be an easy playthrough. Like I think they can walk in there and fight mob after mob after mob. Never taking into account that they got to drink. Never taking into account that you got to go to multiple areas in a level in like a leveling. Oh man, I'm lost for words. Basically, like if you're level 30 to 35, you're gonna probably go to multiple places like Stranglethorn Vale or Badlands or stuff like that. You're not gonna be. You're not just gonna be able to sit in one spot and level up. There's a lot of intermission in Classic WoW that makes you take your time. You're gonna be going to the major cities. You're probably gonna get bored, and you're probably going to go to other, like Goldshire, and hang out with people. Like, you're not gonna just sit there and in one playthrough get to level 60. It's impossible. And the only people that can do something close to this are people that have been playing for so dang long. And I think we have just too much miscommunication in the community that they're too used to BFA. And BFA just isn't what it should be right now. It's just not something that's fun. Like, I don't want to hark on Blizzard, but it's just not fun. It hasn't been fun for the past year. Even in Legion, people try to say Legion was the best expansion in a while for WoW, and I kind of disagree. I think Legion was one of the main points in WoW that I felt like I was done with the game. I think there was a lot of content in Legion. Holy crap, there was a lot of content, and the story content was good. But I think WoW has been at a decline for a while now. And I want to iterate on this in another video, basically why WoW isn't the way it should be. And I'm going to spoil it a bit. It's because the content is now being pushed, or the storylines are being pushed to these characters. It's no longer about your character. It's about this story that they've set up, and they're bringing it in motion. And I think there's a big problem with that. I think WoW was best when it was you're just this peon that had his little farming equipment, and he turned into a hero over a long span of time. Even when you're in your 30s and 40s, you're trying to get scraps of armor. You're not some crazy hero. You might have done some challenging things, but you still see the other players level 40, 60 as being farther along than you and being more accomplished. And I think the community is going to be in for a wild ride. I think Classic WoW is something that a lot of people are going to love and they're going to adore. I think people are going to play this game and realize that this is something we have nothing like right now. This game is over the moon, way better than what we have now. And I mean that in both a mechanically speaking, role-playing speaking, however you like to role-play. Maybe you like to actually go into the game and be your character, or you just like the idea of the power creep is like slowly getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Things changing and molding as you play. But sadly, it's not like that in a lot of MMOs anymore. You know, they try to make everything so cool and over the top at the lowest levels. You're sitting there like play games like BDO or Final Fantasy 14 or any other modern MMO, and you're fighting through mob after mob after mob. There's no downtime. You're just instantly this crazy, overpowered god character that can just wipe through content like it's nothing. There's no challenge. There's no nothing. And we have nothing like Classic WoW, where even one mob is a challenge. Even where, you know, you're gambling and sitting there like, oh my god, am I going to win this? Am I going to win this? You know, you see both the health bars going down. You're out of mana. They're out of mana. And, you know, you're just freaking out, you know. Like, you don't see that anymore. I think a lot of MMOs have been hurting because of this. They want to make you feel cool from the get-go. A lot of MMOs think that you will be more invested if you're already this badass from the get-go. And I know I've gone off topic on this video a lot, but I think what I'm trying to say is I think World of Warcraft Classic is going to be a whole different experience. It's not going to be something that you can just get into, max out, do the raids, and you're done. Like, even getting best in slot gear is going to take people months. Like, don't expect to just get in the game and be bored. Like, you see people like Asmongold saying that people are going to be done the game in 3 months and go back to BFA. No, not even close. There was a reason the game had over 10 million subscribers. You know, it's going to be on that trajectory soon enough. I think people are going to be hooked. They're going to be addicted. Some might even lose their families again. Some people might lose their jobs. They might just, you know, spend their entire time on the game. But, you know, so that's all I got to say. You know, I might as well take this to the 10-minute mark. Thanks for watching the video. I guess, you know, everyone else says it. I don't like it when people do it, but hit like and subscribe. And I want to start making more videos. I think this is kind of fun. And as somebody who really, really, really loves the immersive aspects of MMOs, something we've lost for a while now. I'm so glad to see a game come back that you can actually sit down, feel like you're a part of, enjoy the community, enjoy the game. But as I was saying, have a good night, guys.